is the Dawah.
The
The Dawah. Dawah. T-A-O.
Tao, okay.
Dawah.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I'm trying to quote you the Bible, John chapter 1 verse 1. In the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word became God. But in the Chinese Bible, it says in the beginning was the Tao. The Tao was with God, the Tao became God.
Right. How do you define Tao?
Tao. The literal meaning of the word Tao means the way, the path.
Okay,
the
good.
direction.
Yeah.
But for the man who wrote that book, he said, Tao is an innocuous thing that was in existence before time, before place, before material, before the earth came in. It was there all the time. It was in existence. It doesn't need a creator. It was
So
existence.
is that like your way of
nature.
is that like your way of saying God?
Well, we call it the source.
The source, yeah.
Yeah, because God can be so many different connotations.
Because we believe God is the source of everything as well. Okay?
Yeah, that's just a belief.
Yeah, source in a way, like everything is created. He's a creator. So everything that is in existence is because he created it.
But let me carry on. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Tao created one, one created two, two created three, and then three created everything. And the Tao follow nature. And
Sorry,
nature
what is the
follow-
1, 2, 3? I didn't quite follow that.
No.
I know, I
It's just
understood
like
the Tao, which is
it's
the
just like
source.
flower of life.
Yeah.
The flower of life start with one circle. The one circle join become two circles, two circles become three circles keep running, become the whole flower of life. That's the source come from a little circle of life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I still didn't get the understanding of the reincarnation. How does it work? In terms, say for example, do you remember about your past life?
No, I don't.
You don't.
I
So
don't-
in
I
other
don't- I
words,
don't lie. I don't bluff about it.
no, that's fine. In other words, you're starting from zero every time you're born. So there's no point of reincarnation if you're going to start with a fresh
Well,
slate, with a blank slate. Because then there's no point of you reincarnating if you don't remember at all what happened in the past life. So there's no way to rectify what you have done wrong in your past life. If there was a way for you to remember what you've done in your past life, then yes, this would be like a new start, a new beginning, because now you want to improve yourself. But since you don't remember at all what happened in the past life, then there's no point of reincarnation.
the Buddhists tell some story
Yeah.
about a man, he got murdered by somebody and then got robbed or stolen. So then the Buddha explained, this man in the past life was a banker, he lied a lot of people. That's why he got,
The karma, yeah?
yeah, the karma.
Yeah.
Action.
But that's different. The karma is different. I'm talking about you as reincarnated being.
Everything has a
Consequence. Yes.
You know,
And that's the reason I asked you if you believe in life after death, and if you will be accountable. Imagine this: there's a life after death, and there is God, and there is accountability for your actions in this world. Yes. The question is, what if your reincarnation theory or your reincarnation aspect of belief is not going to happen? But what we as believers in the Abrahamic faith, we believe in that God is going to hold everyone accountable for their actions in this world. Yes? What if this is true? Because you see, you have been given...
I'm no worry about it if it's true or even if it's not true.
No, but if you're going to be held accountable for your actions, then I think we all need to worry about that.
What I need to worry about is my present life, that I do not do any harm. I do not cheat, I do not lie, I do not kill.
But you just told me earlier you're a liar.
I do not believe.
No, it wasn't. I asked you specifically with lie, not a belief.
You see,
Are you telling me that you never...
there's hierarchy of life.
Are you telling me you never lied in your life? Are you telling me you never done anything wrong or any sin in your life?
We try to be as good as we can.
Yeah, we can.
Then nobody-
We try, but that doesn't mean we are sinless.
Nobody is going to take an account, take a little computer, credit, debit to find out what you have done.
No, but it might be
But if
insignificant
you
and
have done
small to
wrong-
you, but
if you have done wrong, the karma will come to you.
no. What I'm saying is that it might not be insignificant to you, but maybe not to the person you're doing it to. So your notion or your understanding of good and bad is subjective. You see what I mean?
It's subjective.
Now, remember earlier I asked you about objective truth? Yes? What if there is an objective morality? Yes? And God decides. I believe in God, so that's why I'm saying this. God decides what is bad and what is good. And He has told you about this in His scriptures.
My belief of God is the Tao. Yeah, the Tao.
Does Tao communicate with you?
No.
So how do you know what is good and bad?
The Tao communicate in a silent way.
In a
Silent way.
like you get signs.
No, silent.
Yeah, I know, but
Nature.
how does he?
Nature.
Yeah.
You look at nature.
So you have
follow
signs
nature.
in nature.
You follow nature. Nature follow the Tao follow nature.
What do you mean nature follows the Tao? I don't understand. How does the nature follow
Your
Tao?
action is not in line with nature.
But who defines which action is right and which is wrong? For example, if a tree,
Let's say if the lion eat a sheep or whatever.
yeah,
Okay, the lion
is that a good thing or a bad thing for the lion?
Is the nature of the lion.
Yeah.
But if the human eat a sheep, is that the nature of the human to eat a sheep?
Well, you have got teeth to eat sheep. Yeah, you have got canines for a reason to
How come
tear.
your canine is smaller than the cat teeth?
Sorry?
How come your canine teeth is smaller than the canine?
Because you can cook unlike the cat. You can cook your food unlike the cat. Are you saying you eat raw meat? You don't eat raw meat.
How come we are the only one that need to cook our food?
Because
All the other animals do not cook their food.
because the other animals have got other means. For example, you just pointed out, your canine teeth is not as like the cat or like the lion. So they are able to tear their meat and consume it. Yes, for them that is normal. For us human beings, we have a different way. We are not just carnivorous, we are omnivorous. If you decide to eat plants,
Are
you
we
can.
killing ourselves indirectly?
Are we killing? Yeah, if you poison yourself deliberately, then you're killing yourself. For example, people smoke, drink alcohol, that's kind of killing yourself.
Okay, we eat cooked food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can the cooked food be alive again?
Can something that's dead come to life? Is that your question?
Can the cooked food be alive?
No, I don't think so, unless God wants it to.
So if you are eating food, if you are eating dead food,
Dead food.
dead food,
Yeah.
does
Well,
does this dead food beget death?
everybody needs to kill before they can eat. Even the lion and cats.
Yeah, I know. But the lion and cat, they eat live food. They don't
Yeah,
cook
but
their
they
food.
still have to kill it before eating
They
it.
kill their food, but they don't cook their food.
I know they don't cook the food.
You know,
Why
there's
would you
still
expect them
live-
to cook?
There's still a live cell inside there.
Why you're comparing a human to an animal? I don't understand.
One of the species,
The,
we are part of
you know the cats
we are
and
nature.
the cat and lion.
Nature.
Listen, the cat and lion, they also do not go shopping like you for your vegan food or whatever you want. Yes, you go to the supermarket or you grow it, but they don't.
Are you nature? Are you part of nature?
Well, I'm part of nature.
You're
Yeah,
part of nature.
yeah,
So
I'm part of this universe.
are you living in a natural way? Although we are in a civilization,
Yeah.
we are not living the way that we're supposed to. We are not even born naturally.
What do you mean you're born naturally? How are you born? Test tube?
You are born through circumcision. You are born in a
Whoa, 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 whoa!
environment-
What
you
has
are born in a
circumcision
hospital
got to do with being born?
Sorry, not circumcision.
I think he's obsessed with circumcision. This guy. Maybe you should go see a doctor.
You are born through cesarean.
Not everyone's born through
You are
cesarean. No, no, no,
you
no,
are
no.
born what do you call through artificial induction.
Have you seen people who live in countries where there is
Yeah,
no?
they're born naturally.
Exactly.
born
So
naturally.
don't say everyone is born through cesarean or through through water birth or
Yeah.
something like that.
So what I'm saying that not all of us are born naturally.
No, but what's your point? What's the point you're trying to make?
Well, because all animals born naturally.
And
Unless when you come from an egg.
And?
you know. Okay.
What's the point?
Because through the birth process,
yeah,
that's called limbic imprinting, whereby the animal pass on their knowledge to the other animal.
yeah,
Through this process of limbic imprinting.
yeah. But they pass on the knowledge.
Knowledge.
What do you mean they pass on the knowledge?
Well,
So you're saying a lion cub doesn't need to, or a bird doesn't need to learn from his mother to fly? They have the knowledge to fly since they are in the egg.
yes, they have the knowledge.
You think the lion's cub doesn't need to learn how to hunt? Maybe you should watch some what do you say, natural history.
Maybe other
Sorry,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I watch a lot.
National Geographic or something like
I watch
that.
a lot of all these natural.
Yeah, you
I
don't
rather
you see
prefer
the
to watch those things that you watch
no,
on TV
I'm
than
saying,
watch
look,
propaganda.
the knowledge is not passed on. Yes, they have instincts which are passed on through the genes.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the way they were born or birth or something. So even if you're born in,
It got a lot to do with the one because we are born because the present situation.
the genes will still be passed on.
The situation is that we are run by broken men. That's why you got a
Yeah.
broken society.
Anyway, I want to go back to the question I asked you earlier with regards to life after death. What if there is really life after death? Don't you think you should prepare for that?
No, I don't need to
For example, your understanding.
I have enough people who are trying to prepare me for this life after death.
No. It's,
I've given up that belief.
what I'm saying is that you have given up that belief.
I've given up that belief. I don't do that belief.
So-
if I die, I die. You can feed me to the fish. You can feed me to the vulture. That's fine.
But that's your flesh.
Because I do not-
Remember you spoke about your spirit?
Yeah.
What about that?
Only the body.
What about your spirit?
Only the body that's real. The spirit will be
You know-
written about. The spirit will
You know when you die you'll be given a new body.
When
So,
I die, I'm
so
given-
your old body will disintegrate in this world, your flesh and so on. But when you die, when you'll be resurrected, you'll be given a new body.
the new body.
So don't think you won't feel pain or...
The new body could be a cat, could be a mouse, could be a fish, could be anything.
No, but that's what I'm saying. What's the point of this reincarnation belief of yours if you don't even remember what happened in your past life?
No, because I was born with a clean slate.
Well, yeah, that's...
a blank canvas.
Yeah, but that's what I'm telling you. When you're born with a clean slate,
So if
it doesn't matter whether you're born again, reincarnated or not. It doesn't matter because you have to start from scratch. You see?
my scratch
Every
is-
time-
my
every
scratch
time.
is very, very far back.
Yeah, but you don't know that.
I do not
And
know
you don't remember any of it.
I do
So it
not
doesn't
know-
matter what is in your past
I do not
life.
remember that, but that is the fact.
Yeah.
Because life has been there ever since beginning of time.
Yeah, there are many humans, I agree. But
That,
don't think that is...
Human been around for, don't know, maybe during the time of the dinosaur, human was already around.
I don't think there were any humans around the dinosaur time. But anyway,
If human being is new,
yeah.
then human being is actually genetically modified by an external being.
You believe in that? Really?
Yeah. It's called the Emerald Tablet.
Called the?
Emerald Tablet.
Okay.
The
You know that or you believe that?
Sumerian Tablet. Well, there's somebody who talk about it all the time.
No, but you said you believe in it. That means you're not certain.
Well, just that the Google, the
Google.
computer, okay, allow you to open up
Yeah.
all kind of knowledge.
Anyway, have you looked at, have you researched or looked into the Quran or Islam?
My son became a Muslim.
Yeah.
He's only about
How old is he?
4'4".
How old is
He's
he?
a dwarf. He's a dwarf, 24 or 25 years old now.
Okay, mashallah.
Yeah.
So what convinced him to become a Muslim? His friends, his study, his research, I don't know.
His contact are many what they call Muslim.
Good.
They are his business friend. Making
Okay.
clothing.
Has he tried to...
I just let him have his own choice.
Yeah.
You know, because to me, well, the Chinese do not impose on other people as much as, you know, even like you have a family, I have my family. I don't tell you how to run your family. I
Yeah.
don't even tell you when you beat your children. You want to beat your children, you beat your children.
Yeah, we don't impose either.
Yeah. Huh?
We don't impose either.
Yeah, we don't impose anything.
Do you think
My children-
I'm imposing my religion on you?
You see, you guys got very intellectual thing.
Yeah, we are communicating. We're having a dialogue.
But
But I'm not imposing on. In fact, in Islam, it specifically says la ikraha fid din. There's no compulsion in religion. So we cannot impose on you because what will happen when I impose on you or force you to become a Muslim? Then you're fearing me rather than the Almighty. You see what I mean? So you're not converting out of your own
every religion, every people who become
conviction. Yeah.
converted are converted under the sword,
No, that's not true.
under some kind of coalition.
Do you know where is the largest population of Muslims today? It's neighboring country to you.
Malaysia or Indonesia.
Exactly. Which army went to Indonesia?
Indonesia was colonized by the Dutch.
No. I'm talking about because they became Muslim. Which Muslim army went to Indonesia to convert them? Because you made an allegation that it was under the sword. So I'm asking you, if you know history, tell me which Muslim army.
Muhammad himself has fought 65 battles.
That wasn't my question. My question was, which army?
Through this battle, the people have got converted.
No, that's not true. In fact, the very first battle that Muhammad ﷺ fought is because the pagans came to fight them. So the Battle of Badr, there were 313 Muslims who are ill-equipped, okay, not even horses and their armor and swords and so on. And they were facing the pagan army of more than 1,000.
I remember you.
Yeah. Everything all right?
Fine, thank you.
Good. So what I'm saying is that it wasn't under the sword as you Because I think you really have to go and find out from the history books rather than listening to people who make these allegations that the Muslims converted. In fact, if anybody converted by force of the sword, then those people are sinning actually. Because we are told not to force people. Say again?
People maybe join a religion out of survival, out of economic necessity,
No.
out of what we call sake of the family. You
That's
know,
not true.
when I was young and attended church,
Yeah.
my sister asked me to go to church. Was to go there to learn English. Practice my English.
It's worked, I guess.
Practice my English.
It's worked.
Also to build contact.
Yeah.
So that I can get a job. You know. So different people will make choices in their own life.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm not saying everyone has the same journey. You might have your own journey. I might have my own journey. Somebody else has their own journey. But if you're talking about religions or because of X, Y, and Z, I think you're stereotyping here the different religions because first and foremost, there is no point in forcing someone to convert to a religion because then that person is not converting out of conviction or because they're convinced of the religion, but out of fear, basically. And that is wrong. That is not the Islamic way.
So how do you think people became Muslim?
Most of the people.
There's my Muslim friend who
Yeah.
friends who went to Colombia to be a Muslim missionary,
Okay.
teaching English at the same time
Yeah.
converting people to Muslim.
So I think most people would convert to the religion of their parents. That's quite common, isn't it?
Religion
Of the parents.
Parents.
So what the parents believe, they would believe. But when they grow older, then they might stay in that religion or that faith, or they might move into another which they find more convincing, or they might become atheists, yes, or agnostic, or whatever they are, whatever.
So
Basically,
what is the penalty for being a non-Muslim when you become a Muslim?
what is the penalty? I mean, we believe in hell and heaven.
No. What if a person who is a Muslim and then decided not to be a Muslim?
Well, that's up to him, isn't it?
Up to him.
Yeah. What have you got in mind?
Well, from what I read or what I hear in YouTube,
Yeah, on YouTube.
called apostasy.
Apostasy, yes.
Yeah, either you're excommunicated from the Muslim community or you'll be killed.
So any corporal punishment in Islam, whether it's death penalty, which involves death penalty, it's not like, oh, you become a non-Muslim from a Muslim and immediately you get the death penalty. It doesn't work like that. Every hard punishment, corporal punishment, it has to go through a due process. Yes. So there are many people impacted by someone who just leaves their religion, especially those who want to spread fitna or they want to spread mischief, for example, or they want to sabotage the government, for example. What do you think is a punishment for someone who is basically a traitor to their country? What's the punishment in Singapore, for example?
Singapore, if you take drugs and you try to smuggle drug, only for 20 pen or 50p coin, the weight
Is that penalty?
hanging.
Exactly, yes.
Hanging.
So you see every country,
Still go through the court process.
exactly, yeah. So every country has their own, their own process of how they should handle a particular crime or a particular action that they commit, which is considered a crime. Yes? And in Islam, we have, and this is mainly in a place where there is Sharia. So it's not like any vigilante, any Muslim can come and say, oh, you have converted, so we have to now hang you or kill you or something. Okay, so it's first and foremost, it is in a Muslim country, okay, where there is the Sharia, and this Sharia is following this particular, set of rules that if you break these rules, then this is the punishment. So the people who are living there, they already know these rules. Do you understand? Like in Singapore, they know the rules that if you involve in drug trafficking, yes, or basically, exactly. So the people over there already know what the consequences of that action will be, and it's the same in the Sharia compliant countries. So they already know, the people who are living there. If they break the law, then that is the punishment. Same goes with stealing. Same goes with murder or rape or any major crimes like that. There is the capital punishment. Okay, so it's the same in Islam. It's not something new. There is the apostasy laws in Deuteronomy, in the Bible as well. Yeah. And this is, if you look mostly, I mean, for example, over here, there are many what do you say, rapists who go free after a couple of years. Yes? Rapists. So they have raped, they have been convicted, they have been charged, they've done their time for maybe 2 years, sometimes even less. Yes? They come out and sometimes they re-offend. Yes? So in Islam there is the punishment for rapists is, I mean, if they're convicted with evidence and with witnesses and so on, they get the life, basically they get death penalty. So they do not have the opportunity to re-offend. And anybody who watches that particular life sentence, that particular punishment, they will be thinking twice before they rape somebody else. And that is the reason these punishments are very stringent. So it's not just one person's life that is taken into account, but the victims as well. Because what happens to the victim of rape, I mean, basically her life is destroyed, yes? She's like a living corpse sometimes, not worth living. And she might even commit suicide herself. And she might get pregnant, and then there might be more complexities. So the consequences of this person's one action, maybe his urge or his lust, yes, has destroyed this other person's life. So it's not something taken lightly, that, oh, just 2 years in prison and that's it. That's the way Islam interprets it. So everything that has got capital punishment, it is considered to be...
So rape is capital punishment in...
Yes, yes. So anything that has capital punishment or death penalty, these sins or these crimes are considered to be significant and impact the life of the victims majorly. So take the example of murder, for example. It's not life for eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth all the time. So in Islam, there are 3 options given. So the options that were given, it's for example, the family can, the victim's family, that means the person who got murdered, their family has the option to ask for blood money from the criminal, who's from the murderer, or they're given the option to take life for life. That means either death penalty or yes, and the third option is also forgiveness. Do you know that?
Yeah, forgiveness.
So one of the options given to the victim's family is they can forgive that. So no blood money, no death penalty, but straight forgiveness. And this again is based on, this is on the victim's family because they understand the suffering the most. Not the jury, not the judge, not the lawyer, okay? Not the defense lawyer. The victim's family is the one who understands the pain the most. So it could be the victim's mother or father or brother or sister. You see what I mean? And that is, what do you think? Do you think that's a just system?
Well, I mean, different countries, different religions or different practices. I mean, here they will just go by the law. And what?
Yeah, like I said, here they can leave you after 2 years. A rapist can go. Yes. Yes. So every country has their own laws, and I think when you live in a particular country, then you have to obey the law. You have to understand the law. Yes. So someone living in Singapore most definitely will know that if it's hanging until death for drug trafficking, then they'll think twice before committing that particular crime. Yeah. So anyway, I mean, I think you should speak to your son or speak to Muslims and look into it. Don't just say, "Oh, I've had enough of it," because you know, the more you learn, the better for you, isn't it? Learning is from cradle to grave, like they say.
The more you learn, the more you forget. The more you forget, the less you learn. I'm not in a stage of going to learn more of this thing anymore.
Keep an open mind. That's important, I guess.
Well, you know, the brain is like a parachute. It opens.
Parachute.
It works only when it's open. It works best when it's open.
Okay.
Otherwise, you'd be a dead cop in the middle of the field.
Don't forget, the parachute was made by the brain.
Parachute was made by the bank.
By the brain.
By the brain.
So they use the brains to make the parachute. That says something, isn't it? I mean, your brain is how your intellect, and my intellect is how we utilize it. So use it rather than misuse it.
Well, we utilize very little of our brain. We utilize very little.
Yeah, that's right. So we have got a lot of potential. That's what it means. So make the most of it. But anyway, it was nice talking to you. I think we have.
There's a big machinery going around. Just keep trying to bombard with information until that our brain cannot think straight.
Yeah.
Because for me, I believe that the statement, "I am, therefore I think," it should be "I think." I think, therefore I am, brother. It should be I am, therefore I think, not the other way around.
Why?
Because we are not capable of clear thinking. Our thinking is just that because due to indoctrination, due to media, due to upbringing, due to the education, due to doctor, due to so many things, that our thinking is not from the right source.
I think everyone's given an intellect. It's how you use it. So just because somebody has been telling you something, you don't have to believe everything. You have to use your own mind and your own heart to come to a conclusion.
Well,
and if you have done your best, then that's...
a few years back,
Yeah.
you said to me that I make the most correct statement.
What do you mean?
A few years back in the conversation,
Yeah.
you say, well, I make the statement you said every book is written by men.
Well, books are written by men.
You were saying that is the best answer or something.
Okay. Books are written by men.
You know, so
Books don't fall from the sky, do they?
So, you don't go by the book that are written. You go by the books, or put it in another way. The one who speaks does not know. The one who knows does not speak.
The one who speaks does not know. Why would he not know? Why would he speak something he doesn't know? He shouldn't speak that.
The one who knows does not speak.
Why not?
Well, to me, my thinking is that the author who wrote this statement is referred to all the other species that do not speak, do not communicate in verbal form.
Well, they do communicate, but we don't understand, maybe?
Yeah, they know what they are doing.
Yeah.
But we think that we know, and then we speak about it. Actually, we don't know what we are speaking.
Yeah. By the way, the books are written by men, but there are scriptures, which are holy scriptures, which are actually
No exception.
revelation from God.
Every book is written by men.
No. There's a difference between writing something. For example, if the director of a company dictates to the personal assistant, yes, and he or she takes down the note, who has written the note?
Well, the thing is that there are different
The assistant wrote it down, but it's still the words of the one who dictated it.
Yeah, I know, there are
The
different
same way works. Yeah, the same way it works with the scriptures. So what we believe is that God has created us. He didn't leave us in this world unguided. So He gave us the guidance through the scriptures, through prophets and messengers, and through the scriptures. And that is the reason I think you should look into it rather than discounting it. And inshallah, Allah give you hidayah, give you guidance. Like I said, we don't need to impose on you or anybody else. That's not our purpose here. Our purpose here is to convey the message.
I have the Quran in my phone here.
You do?
Yeah.
Inshallah. You should open it sometimes and read it.
It speaks out as well.
Oh, is it? Very good.
As well. But unfortunately, it hasn't got a search function.
Oh, you should change the app. I'll give you an app that has a search function.
I'm trying to download one with the search function.
Yeah, inshallah.
Because I search a lot of what you call Bible with the search function.
Let me give you one right now.
You want to send it by email to me or
No,
which one
it's
you
a very small, what do you say?
Go to App Store where you download the App Store.
I know the App Store, but you know. Because look at this one.
All right, so so if you just go to GTAF, Golf
One second,
Tango,
go and search it.
yeah,
Oh, come on.
just type that. I'll highlight it for you. So it's Golf Tango Alpha Foxtrot.
Go G Tango
Yeah, Golf Tango Alpha
Alpha
Foxtrot
Foxtrot
dot
dot
org.
org.
Yeah,
Okay, GTAF.
yeah. So it's
GTAF.org. Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
it's by Green Tech Apps. It's a very good app for the Quran.
No. Which one is that?
The first one.
First one.
Yeah. So it's got tafsir, it's got search feature, it's got translations, exegesis. I think that should be sufficient for most people.
Because I got a Bible app, and then
Yeah. So if you download that Quran app, you're covered for most of the stuff related to the Quran, inshallah. God willing. Anyway, thank you very much for your time.
Okay, thank you very
Really enjoyed the discussion, at least the last part of it.
it's getting late as well.
Yes. So Jazak Allah Khair everyone for watching and for your time.
My goodness, everything is online here.
Yeah. And yeah, I didn't get a chance to say Eid Mubarak. So Eid Mubarak to the viewers, brothers and sisters in Islam. Keep us in your prayers, inshallah. Hope you guys had a lovely Eid with your families. And thank you for your lovely comments, which I do read when I get the time on the channels. And yeah, do keep us, all the Dawah brothers, in your prayers. And also keep in your prayers the Ummah around the world. And may Allah give hidayah to our brother, sorry, I forgot your name. Not an easy one.
Call me Stephen, make it easy.
That's fine, yeah. The brother here from Singapore, inshallah. And to also make dua for all the people who are oppressed around the world in the Ummah, inshallah. May Allah make it easy for them or take them out of their oppression. And yeah, Jazak Allah Khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Vegard and I'm a Norwegian Muslim convert. I'm working with the Dawah organization IslamNet to establish the Deen of Allah here in Norway. We give Dawah and present Islam to the Norwegian people. Isn't that great? To be more efficient in our Dawah, we are establishing a first of its kind Masjid and Dawah center, where we will have Islamic programs, classes, lectures and education for non-Muslims. I am so grateful to Allah for having guided me to Islam. Sadly, I am the only Muslim in my family. It hurts me that my parents haven't accepted Islam yet, and I ask Allah to guide them. But it also gives me a special drive to work for the establishment of Islam. I don't want anyone to miss the chance of becoming Muslim. Maybe my mom and dad become Muslim one day thanks to you. If we can establish this center, I could bring my parents to come and learn about Islam in our native language, which is a challenge today with the mosque here speaking Somali, Arabic and Urdu. The Prophet ﷺ said that the Muslims are like one body. If you can feel my pain, would you please help me relieve it? You are now my new family. Click the link and donate to establish this masjid and share in the reward for the message of Islam reaching the corners of Norway.